and welcome to my channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing well and learning something from my videos. So in this video, I also continue the Python playlist. In the last video, I have covered the list and its operation. And in this video, we will solve some question around that. These are the questions which I have listed out based on the list and its basic operation. And this document you will find in the video description. If you want to solve this question by yourself, you are free to solve. Just pause the video and solve. Later on, you can match your code with mine. And if you want to solve along with me, just continue with the video. So let's get started, guys. Okay, so the very first question is access the third element of the list. So you know that the index in the Python start from the 0. So third element will be the second index value, right? So L of 2 will be your third element. Now next question is check if the list is empty. So how will you solve this code? So you have to check with if condition. So if not L1, if not L1, then print over here list is empty. List is empty, else print list is not empty. How this not is working over here? So not is a boolean expression. It will check whether your list is empty or not. So let's say first condition is that your list is not empty. So if not L1, if it is not empty, it will make this false. And then it will jump to the else condition and it will give you that list is not empty. Let's say that your list is empty if not L1, but L1 is empty. So it will make this true and it will print that list is empty. So let's try to check in both conditions. First condition we have already checked, my list is not empty. And when I have tried to execute this code, this logic, I'm getting list is not empty, right? Now what I'll do over here, I'll take L2, one empty list, perfect, and I'll write over here L2. So if not L2, but L2 is empty, so it will make this true over here and list is empty right now, correct? So this is how it's going to return the result. Now next question, check if third element of the list is integer. So you have to check that if the third element of the list is integer or not. So first, how will you access the third element? We know that index start with 0 and the second index is the third element, right? So to check whether that is integer or not, you have to check with the if condition. So if the type of L of 2 is equal to int, then you will print that third element of the list is int. Okay, perfect. And else you will write over here else third element of the list is not int. Perfect. Third element of the list is int because that is 23, right? 23 is the integer. Now let's try to replace this. Let's try to make the fourth element, which is this one. So third element of the list is not integer. That is correct. So you make this and it will align with your question. Now next question, consider the length of the list is 10. Access the element from 6 to 8. So the given list having a length of 10, you want to check. So length of my list, let's say you have a 10, right? Now you want to find out that you want to access the element from 6 to 8. So what we'll do for that, you will write my list, okay, 6 to 9. Why 6 to 9? Because I have explained that whenever you give the range from lower limit to higher limit get omitted, means it get ignored. So it give you from n minus 1, right? So if your n is 9, it will give the range till 6 to n minus 1, that is 9 minus 1, 8, right? So this is how you can access your 6, 7, 8 Now next is reverse the list. You want to reverse this list. So this is very easy, guys. I think no need to explain this how it is working. You know very well, right? So it has been reversed. So this is to access all the element and -1 to go from the right to left. I have explained in the last video, right? Next, count the occurrence of the item. So you have to count the occurrence of the item. So how many times the element or item is in that list. So if you want to find out the each item occurrence, then you have to loop that. And for that you need the knowledge of for loop, but we are not on that stage. So what I'll do that I will write a code that will be not using the for loop. So every time you have to pass the element, and that will tell you that what is the occurrence of that element. Perfect. So L3 dot count, if you do, and if you let's say write 45 over here, it will tell you that it is 2 times over here. If you write, let's say 67 over here, it is 2 times. Again, if you check the ml ops, how many times is there in the list? It is a, sorry, I should write this in the string. It's 1, correct? It's 1 time. Now access the element in the nested list. So if you see this list, it is a nested, right? Over here, this list is known as a nested list. List inside the list is a nested list. So what I'll do for this, to access particularly that list, you need to write L4, and that is at the last. So -1, I can access that. Perfect. And you have that list. And let's say if you want each element to access, let's say you want the first element, so I'll write 0. So you will get the first element of that list. If you want, let's say second element of the list, so you write the 1 over there, and you can access the second element. But it's just asking access the element in the nested list. So I will reach to that list, and you can access all the element. Now print every second element of the list. So over here, this list has been given, and the question is print the every second element. So let's say the first element, if I print 36, the next return of the code should be 67, and subsequently AWS and MLOps. Over here, let's say I'll write L4 all the element, and I'll write 2 over here. So see, 36 the first element, and the second element after that is 67, and second element after that is AWS, and after that MLOps, right? So how, this is how you can access the second element of the list. So what is the meaning of this 2? 2 is over here to show the direction positive and negative, but by default there is 1. If you don't write anything, you will get all the element of the list. But I want the second element. So as soon as you write 2 over here, it will give the jump of 1. Jump of 1 means it will skip the next element, and it will give you the second element. Perfect. Next, print every second element of the list in the nested list. Wow. So the question is interesting over here. Print every second element of the list in the nested list. In the nested list, you have to print the second element. So first should be 34, then Delhi, and then MongoDB. So how you will do that? So first I need to reach to that location. So L4 -1. If I do this, if I write this, I can get the complete element of the list. Now I want to find out the every second element. So let's say I'll write 2 over here. This is how you can find 34, Delhi, and then MongoDB. Perfect. Next and last question, flatten the nested list. So the nested list is given over here. You have to flatten that. What is the meaning of flatten? Means this, all the data, all the element is mentioned over here. It should be in the parent list, that is L4. It should not be any other list inside that. So how will you do that? To do that, you have to first take one variable, nested list. Nested list equal to L4 dot pop -1. Perfect. And then L4, go step by step. So nested, nested list. Perfect. So now you don't have a nested list element in your L4 right now. Where it is? That has become the separated list right now. A separate list where we have all the element. So now what you will do? L4 dot expand, and over here you write the this nested list. Perfect. Extend, I think it is not expand, extend. Extend. And now print the L4. See? So what I have done over here, first I have removed this nested list from my parent list and I have saved that list in my new variable. So ultimately I'm making one new list. Perfect. Once I have the new list, then I'm using the expanded function of the list to just add those elements in the expanded form in the list. I think it's clear, guys. All the 10 questions I have solved. If you have any doubt, please do reach out to me. Please comment on the video so I can reply on that. If you want to access this document, you can find this document in the description of this video. So thank you so much. Please stay connected and let's see you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys.